Day 60. The Amazon jungle never stops testing, but for this girl, the harshness has been forged into a sharp survival instinct.
Good morning. It was quite cold last night, but Tioho and Kiki kept me very warm. Now, let's go hunt for breakfast at the stream.
The Amazon streambed is a perfect trap. Ignoring the bone-chilling cold, she must hold her breath absolutely to approach the stealthy target at the bottom. An absolutely precise strike. 5 kilos of fresh protein is a worthy reward for patience and masterful survival skills. After tense moments, this cool water is the greatest healing medicine. Personal hygiene in the wild is a vital rule to prevent infection.
The outfit I sewed from the airplane seat covers yesterday is extremely comfortable. The fabric is tough, and the snug fit helps me move through bushes without fear of scratching my skin.
Back at the airplane wreckage, the top priority is fire. Dry fuel in the rainforest is rare, but she knows exactly where to store it under the metal roof.
Look at this, everyone. A perfectly giant fish. I steered it through a hardwood stick for slow roasting. The smell of fish fat is driving me crazy.
Slow roasting meat over embers not only retains maximum calories but also eliminates parasites. In survival, a hot meal has the extraordinary power to revive the spirit. The rewarding moment has arrived. Flakes of pristine white river fish meat, perfectly cooked, break open under the heat. She carefully blows it cool to share the harvest with her companions. Though tamed, the wild beast instinct still flows in Tioho's veins. He tears the meat ravenously, while Kiki nibbles calmly. The meal creates an invisible family bond. A full stomach brings peace, but the jungle never sleeps. With energy replenished, she prepares her backpack and weapon, deciding to advance deeper into the gloomy core. Leaving the light and safety behind, they advance into the gloomy core, a place where centuries-old ancient trees completely swallow the sun.
The deeper we go, the colder and more chillingly quiet the air becomes. There isn't a single bird call. This silence is completely abnormal.
In the rainforest, fog is the perfect curtain to conceal predators. Every step taken right now requires extreme and absolute concentration. Wild nature always has early warning systems. Against invisible threats, the sense of smell of a predatory beast is the sharpest radar.
Tioho just stopped. He's baring his teeth and growling. Something very massive is nearby, and is watching us.
The Black Panther's instinct has sniffed out death. A silent, terrifying threat is slowly closing in from directly above their heads. The prehistoric hunter is in no rush. From the ancient tree branch, a massive, ton-heavy dark shadow silently descends without making a single sound. A cold constriction like steel pincers. The monster fully coils around her backpack and left arm, creating a suffocating pressure that pushes her to the limit.
It's squeezing too tight, I can't! Run! I have to leave the backpack by
Material things can be remade, but a life cannot. The predator, infuriated by losing its prey, begins a chase at terrifying speed. Extreme fear turns into adrenaline. The ancient forest full of twisted roots now becomes a deadly obstacle course in every running step. But the rainforest doesn't always leave an escape route. A towering tree trunk suddenly blocks all hope, backing everyone into a dead end. Back against the wall, there is no way out. Now is the time for the most primal survival instinct to speak. Face it or die. An unscripted counterattack, but the synchronization is absolute. A powerful slash, combined with support from the air and the ground. No matter how massive, wild beasts always fear the risk of injury. Realizing the prey is too tough, the monster painfully abandons the battlefield, slithering quickly deep into the darkness. The adrenaline fades, leaving extreme exhaustion. She collapses onto the damp ground, coughing violently to reclaim oxygen after the terrifying constriction.
Look at this injury. It almost broke my arm. We cannot stay in this area for another second. We must retreat to the base immediately.
Retreat is not giving up, but a strategy to survive. Leaving the gloomy core behind, they use their last remaining strength to race against time. Arriving at the shelter brings temporary peace of mind. But the fragile aluminum shell of the airplane is not enough to stop giant predators. Ignoring the aching arm, she immediately fortifies the base, turning lifeless metal bars into a solid defensive barricade.
This cross-woven barricade is very sturdy. Even if that monster tracks us back here, it cannot break through this aluminum layer. Tonight we'll be safe.
Night falls, bringing the chill and threatening sounds. The campfire burns brightly, but cannot dispel the invisible fear.
A sleepless night. The flare gun is the final hope. The boundary between life and death in the Amazon jungle is incredibly fragile. In the silent Amazon night, every small sound is amplified. A snapping dry branch or rustling leaves could be the footsteps of a lurking predator.
There is a rustling sound very close out there. It is circling the airplane. This aluminum layer is the only thing separating us from death.
Sleepiness is an enemy as dangerous as any wild beast. Closing your eyes means giving up your defense, a fatal mistake in survival. Resilience is finally rewarded. The light of dawn filters through every gap, driving away the darkness and the invisible ghosts of the night. They have survived the longest night. Exhaustion is etched on the body, but the will to survive is forged sharper than ever.
We made it through the night safely. My arm still hurts, and we lost the backpack, but our lives remain. Today, the top priority is crafting new weapons.
Leaving the terror of the night behind, the morning is the time to reassess the situation. The dented aluminum door is a testament to the jungle's power. Losing the survival backpack means losing many advantages. She must utilize the airplane wreckage to scavenge for sharp replacement materials.
This piece of metal is perfect. I will sharpen it and use parachute cord to bind it to a hardwood branch. A long spear will keep a safer distance.
In survival, weapons do not naturally appear. They are traded for sweat, blood, and iron will on every grinding stroke. Nature is ruthless but also very fair. Amidst countless traps, the peaceful moments of the pack are an invaluable spiritual medicine. The new weapon is complete. Fear has retreated, making way for the primal survival instinct. She is ready to reclaim her position. The loss of the backpack forces a change in strategy. On the move, the new spear not only increases striking range but also brings confidence in. Without a container, adaptation is key. Giant tropical leaves quickly become improvised carrying sacks for essential calories.
We lost all our reserve supplies. I have to use this giant leaf to carry wild plantains. It's quite clumsy, but we need the energy.
Taking shelter in the dense lowlands presents too many tactical risks. Seeking higher ground offers visibility and a natural defensive advantage. Every steep step wears down physical strength, but the boundary of life favors those who dare to push past limits. The bruised arm resiliently endures. From the high ridge, the Amazon reveals its endless, terrifying beauty. They are merely a tiny speck in this deep green ocean, but they refuse to sink. The high rocky ridge offers more than just a beautiful view. It is a safe, tactical highway, far away from the dense underbrush where predators often ambush. From the blind spot of the dense jungle, finding shelter relies on luck. But from above, the sweeping view allows her to proactively choose a natural fortress.
Everyone, look at that rock overhang ahead. It has its back against solid mountain stone, with only one single approach route. We will never be ambushed from behind again.
Entering a new territory always carries hidden risks. The keen senses of the Black Panther act as a scout, ensuring no other predators are currently occupying this position. The first rule when establishing a new base is fire. It not only warms and cooks food, but also marks an inviolable territory against wild nature. Day 60 closes not in defeat, but in evolution. They lost their gear, but exchanged it for a perfect defensive position and an iron will.
I personally feel that the most valuable lesson today is the fragile boundary between false safety and death. In the Amazon, a full meal often brings complacency, making us forget that the most dangerous predators always lurk from above. However, what defines a true survivor is not the absence of mistakes, but extreme decisiveness in a crisis. The moment the girl stripped off her survival backpack, sacrificing all her gear to escape, proved an immutable principle. Material things can be recreated, but a life cannot. And when nature strips away your advantages, use the terrain itself to reclaim the initiative. Retreating to the high rocky ridge, backing into a stone cave to eliminate all blind spots is not giving up. It is the ultimate evolution of the survival mindset.